It's difficult to talk of the modern gold sovereign without also talking about St George and the Dragon. The two are almost synonymous. In fact, since 1817, gold sovereigns have been minted in Britain in 151 separate years. 96 of those have featured St George and the Dragon in one of a handful of different designs. The second of those designs, and the one we'll look at in this episode, is known as the Pistrucci Definitive. This was created by the talented Benedetto Pistrucci, who had created the previous St George design used on the very first sovereigns of 1817. The new design, however, was slightly modified from that first one, more classical Greek in style. It removed the garter belt from the outside edge, allowing the main design to really take centre stage. This second design of St George was such a success that it became the definitive design for the gold sovereign. That is, it became the regular design on the gold sovereign. Put into perspective, of the 96 years in which St George has appeared on sovereigns, 88 of them featured this very design. It is such a success that it is still in use today, a full 200 years after it first appeared on the sovereign in 1821. Why did this design come about? This is especially puzzling as the Pistrucci original design had only been selected in 1817, just 4 years before it was replaced by this one in 1821. When King George IV became king, he had already been Prince Regent for 9 years, king in all but name. He was keen for his accession to signal a break from the past, and the more modern look of this new St George design suited that. Its creator, however, was not able to interpret the king's wishes, and within just a few years Benedetto Pistrucci had fallen out of favour. His accomplished St George design was dragged along with him. After 1825, the definitive St George design would vanish from the sovereign for over 5 decades. These were dark days for St George.